Hey everyone, it's Justin from Voices for Voices. Welcome to another episode of our TV show and podcast. I'm proud to be your host uh, and just being able to bring some quality content, quality information to you. We have been at this for over 310 episodes by now. I think we might be a little bit more by the time this one drops. Uh, and it's because of you. You're watching, you're listening, you're sharing, you're following, you're subscribing, you're giving us a thumbs up, and and that's what keeps us going. That's the fuel. That's the big part of the fuel that keeps us going as an organization, as a show, of wanting to talk and share and uh, give insight into the lives, not just of me, but into the lives of others who have had different walks of life, uh, different experiences, and uh, I'd like to think that not one of us has been through exactly the same experiences and events. Uh, there may be similarities with some of the areas, uh, but that's why we're talking about it. We're bringing it to the public's attention. We're bringing it to your attention, to others. It's important why we're doing this. We're doing this to help people. Uh, like anything, there are individuals who don't think we're helping people. Uh, and that part breaks my heart because I know we are. We're helping people, uh, helping helping people through tough situations, through times in their lives where they felt and feel alone, like they're the only ones that have gone through and are going through something. And it just breaks my heart to hear and to see people uh, basically wanting to disqualify the work that we do on a day-to-day basis. We talk about numbers. We've talked about numbers on various episodes. I encourage you to look through our catalog of over 300 episodes, wherever you um, watch, listen, consume content. One of those places that we're continuing to share because there continues to be questions is is not an app. It's actually on our website. So if you head on over to voicesforvoices.org/podcast, that will take you to our podcast page. You don't need an app. And by the way, uh, where our shows are at, you don't need to spend money to watch or listen. And so this is just another avenue. And the best part about it is from a, if we want to think efficiency standpoint, uh, the least amount of clicks scrolling down is that when you go to voicesforvoices.org/podcast, brand new episode that just dropped is at the top, so you don't have to scroll all the way down to get to that episode, that particular latest and greatest episode. We do encourage you to take a look at other episodes that uh, may very well be something of interest to you uh, or others. Um, we're finding more and more that there are uh, watch parties, I guess if that's like a term, where friends, sometimes family members, will get together and they'll watch or listen to an episode or two or three, and whether that's eating pizza, having chips and uh, veggies and water and juice and uh, whatever that may be, that's the part that's really humbling to us, that people are taking the time and valuing us, and we value our own selves first and foremost. We have to. Life is it's a hard thing to go through. Excuse me. It's hard. There's ups, there's downs, there's twists, there's turns, there's uh, surprises, there's all kind of different events and experiences that we feel, we hear, we see, we feel, we touch, uh, we listen, we hear. All these all these events happen, and not only is there help out there if you're going through hard times and you just want somebody to talk to, like I do and have for many years, there's nothing wrong with that. There is not an ounce wrong with that. And so don't worry what other people think. I know it's hard in this digital age of social media and judging. It's hard. We all at some point get caught up at some degree or another, whether we think so or not. And so what I'd like to propose is that not only do we as humans stop the judgment of ourselves, but that we stop judging others like eh, like individuals are God, and they know everything about a potential situation or experience or someone that you're talking to wanting to make a difference, and these others want to make a difference too. And so that's my wish for you, for me, for the whole human race. here in the United States, here in the state of Ohio, and all points outside of the United States. And to be kinder to ourselves. People that are toxic, that that drag you and I down at times, by the very people who claim to know everything about a situation. They thrust themselves into a situation. And so that's my wish. That's my hope that we can make this whole world a much better place to live, to play in, to experience. It's when there's divisiveness, division, judgment, whether those individuals think they're judging or think they're not, or calling it something else. Believe in yourself. What you are doing, what you want to do, it is extremely important. Why? Because it's what you want to do. We talk about dreaming. We talk about taking part in activities uh, and things that are bigger than ourselves, bigger than me as an individual, bigger than you as an individual. When we talk about wanting to help 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond, you wouldn't, you may or may not be surprised the amount of people who go, "Oh, you're doing, you're no a noble thing, and you're probably helping people, and but you need to do something else. You need to do something else. You can do voices for voices for a half hour, an hour a day, and still make that impact." And I invite you and anyone else who would like to see a behind the scenes of a day to day of voices for voices, of how we think about strategy, how we think about topics, how we think about what do we think, what do we want to go forward, and how do we want to expand our reach and help more people than what we did today or yesterday. And right, voices are voices. There's many ways for us to share our voice. One of those ways is through writing, journaling, and just not even a couple days ago, what we have shared on our our show, and you may know this because you probably watched or listened to that episode and those follow up episodes that we have a publishing arm of Voices for Voices, where we're giving individuals the opportunity to share their stories, their novels, their novellas with the world. And so I'm going to share that book that is now out. It's available. It's under Voices for Voices Publishing. It's under the author David Solomon, the editor Amanda Solomon, the publisher Voices for Voices Publishing. And so we're going to switch screens here so I can show you that. So right now, you can head over to Amazon.com and you can look up Young Siren Born, the Dream Dimension, which is a part of the Young Siren Born series. You can have that digitally, or what I have pulled up, which is what you see here, Kindle, or you can choose paperback as well. And so I just talked about the date, the timing, August 22nd, 2025, by David Solomon, author and illustrator, Voices for Voices Publishing. And as we were part of the editing process, and Amanda Solomon just did uh, a wonderful job of helping make sure that the content flowed, content makes sense. And I will say, because come, this has come up here as a question, that this this particular book, which I'm going to scroll down here if I can, this book is the ASIN or independently published through us, Voices for Voices Publishing. Publishing date, the language is in English, the print length, total pages 104, the ISBN number, so that's important, obviously, with anything from a publishing standpoint, weight, and then here, the reading age, and I'll highlight this if I can. Let me get this art. Okay. The reading age, anybody can read this as long as you're at least 7 years old, up and until usually the 18-year-old mark. But as an adult, you can also you can also read it. Uh, and so this is not a pipe dream. This is not just an idea that was in our minds. This is a real tangible thing. You can touch and feel the pages. the cover of this particular book. You can, if you choose, the digitally, the Kindle edition, then you have that digitally. You don't have to wait for shipment. If you have Amazon Prime, that will help you get a copy a little bit quicker than the average shipment time. And so here is the cover. So as we see here, The Young Siren Born, Book One, The Dream Dimension, by David Solomon. And then you see here, Voices for Voices Publishing. And then you also see here, as I mentioned, Kindle, you can get that instantly, paperback, uh, just like you would purchase any other item on Amazon. It's in stock. You can pick your quantity, add to cart. You can do the buy now. Uh, and and so for me, it is uh, it is a time where I I have few words because this particular book, it went from concept, idea to developing characters and the plot. Again, you saw the age range, so this is not going to be a book that uh, uh, as far as how it's written. It's written for the age ranges that we shared. And so if we're older than that, the book could look like it is written in I'll say like a more of a basic uh, format. And it's because it's for those age ranges, those ages. And so we are just grateful for the opportunity to take what was once a once a year event for voices, a brand new day. And right here in 2025, the first of many publications through Voices for Voices Publishing. And this isn't a pipe dream. You can look at it, you can buy it, you can share it, you can download it. Again, this depends on the format that you would like to have that in. It's it's for me, it's a validating moment because I, like so many others along the way, who have been told, well, you got these grandiose ideas, big deal. And these are supposedly from people that, say they love us, that they support us. And so I don't have anything to say in spite or anything along those lines. The only thing I have to say is that book is real, our organization is real, we're helping people in this instance in writing, in reading, and entertaining, teaching morals, some ethics, some mental health, some issues, some events that could wear on the characters. And so we go back to the beginning of the show. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to bet on ourselves from time to time. We have to go forward, and there's going to be people that I don't even know why. I'm not even going to try to pretend why or like I know the reason. All I know is for whatever the reason or reasons are, there's some people that haven't and won't ever understand how important this work is that we're doing. I remember an example, very recent, because this book just dropped 2 days ago, where I was asked, "Hey, let's look at your email, see what's in there." And one of the most recent, or actually the most recent messages I had was from Amazon saying that this particular story, this particular book was approved and is now published and is now available on Amazon. And the feedback I got was very, I don't want to use nonchalant, but it was almost as if it didn't matter that I share information. And right there on that particular day just happened to be the particular day that one of the books under our Voices for Voices publishing came to be and is now available paperback, digitally. And that hurts. That hurts a lot. One of the big reasons is when somebody or somebody's claimed to love you and to say that like, yeah, that'd be great if this project or that project works out. And so for that to be a pretty big moment, not just for the authors and editors uh, and our organization who has just crossed over into a brand new area or a brand new era, however we want to think about it. And here's something that's tangible, tangible. We can feel it. You can feel the pages. You get that paperback copy. We can see it with our eyes. And so I'm disappointed because I don't need a pat on the back. I don't need a, oh, way to go, Justin. Way to go, Voices for Voices. Way, way to go, David. Way to go, Amanda. Uh, it's not about that. It's about wanting to help others through the voice that we have. And a voice for these individuals is writing, bringing stories to life, bringing events to life, bringing characters to life. And so when was just nonchalantly like, big deal. So what? You published the book. That hurts as a human because just a day earlier, I was being told that I was making things up, that projects aren't happening, that the thought of a project wasn't in the cards, wasn't happening. And yet, and yet, on that very morning of August 22nd, 2025, around 9 a.m. or maybe a little bit after, to get that notification, it's purely God. It's God's intervention. I could have had any other email, any other message be the most recent, but that wasn't to be. God wanted that to be shown, that to be shared at that very moment. And we know life. We just talked about ups, downs, hurdles, curveballs, all kinds of things we go through in life. And so does that mean every project, every thought, every goal we're going to meet or we're going to be able to accomplish? No, it doesn't. But on the other hand, there are going to be some goals and some ideas that come to fruition. I know it took over 10,000 times, for the light bulb in its current form to be invented. If it was stopped at try 9,999, we might not have the light bulb as we have it today. And now look, all of us, light is a part of our day, bringing us out of the shadow from night to day. And I just want to reiterate to everybody, thank you so much for the love and support you have shown us and continue to show us. And we mean it because we know we're making a difference. We know we're helping. Sometimes we're helping our own selves by talking through a situation or events or uh, something that we've gone through, we're going through. And we also know that we could be validating some information you already know about, confirming, denying, sparking an idea, letting you know that I can do this. I can try. That's what it's all about. I don't claim to be the best TV show and podcast host ever. I'm not. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But what I do know is I'm at least a little bit better now with as many episodes and shows we have had up till now than I was at the very beginning. And I'm willing to admit that. I'm willing to accept that. And so should you. We have to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere. So you can do it. Believe in yourself. Try your best not to let the detractors, the jealous, the envy, the questioning. Um, and we're talking about things that are legal that we're able to do. We're not condoning any illegal activity. We're purely speaking on legal activity and how we can help others and or help ourselves. So when we talk about we want to start out, right, by helping one person, it doesn't have to be somebody we don't know. That one person that we may be helping on a particular episode or a particular part of an episode might actually be ourselves. And that's a beautiful thing where we don't expect that. And maybe we don't know in the conscious, maybe it's a subconscious way we're helped that a little stress is taken from us and opening and freeing our mind up just a little bit. That's an incredible thing too. Believe in yourself, embrace change, know that, know that God, please grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, like what other people have to say and think. Courage to change the things we can. And last but not least, in the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And God bless every human from every corner of the world. We love you. We believe in you and believe in yourself. Bye bye for now. Thank you so much.